No matter what happens in Washington, the NPR Politics Podcast is here for you. For the latest news, insights, and analysis from the election and beyond, listen to the NPR Politics Podcast.
From the WGLT Newsroom, I'm Ben Howell. A counseling provider in Bloomington is getting $75,000 to expand services for vulnerable populations. Jennifer Woodrum is the clinical supervisor at the Center for Youth and Family Solutions. She says the goal is to target the unhoused population and people over 55.
And both of them have lots of barriers in setting or location or access to be able to have consistent services.
The money comes from the McLean County Board of Health. A flagship nonprofit serving people with disabilities in McLean County is now under interim leadership. The board of directors of Lifelong Access and Normal says Brian Whipperman is no longer with the organization, a change in executive leadership that happened earlier this week. Whipperman had been CEO since 2019. The board's brief statement did not indicate the circumstances of Whipperman's departure. Beloved Illinois Wesleyan University theater professor John Ficca has died. He taught 46 years and part-time for another decade after retirement, mentoring generations of students. Among them is Oscar-nominated and Emmy-winning actor Richard Jenkins, who credits IWU for the making of him.
The belief that maybe I could do this, and that a lot of that's responsible for that is John Ficca, who was the head of the theater department there. He was very encouraging. So I credit him a lot with that feeling that I had when I left.
Ficca also wrote plays and was involved for many years with the Heartland Theater Company in Normal. He was 95. A Bloomington OBGYN is the only Illinois doctor using a promising treatment for endometriosis. OSF gynecologist Helen Agiogu trained in natural procreative technology as part of her medical training. The surgical technique peels off abnormal uterine tissue associated with endometriosis.
You sew the edges together and turn them in so that it leaves a smooth surface afterwards.
Agiogu says the treatment has about a 7% recurrence rate. Approximately one-third of women who undergo conventional surgery for endometriosis have a recurrence within 5 years.
No matter what happens in Washington, the NPR Politics Podcast is here for you. For the latest news, insights, and analysis from the election and beyond, listen to the NPR Politics Podcast.